You missing football that time of year?
Well, the boys were in Arizona. Interesting, I was thinking about it. I went for a ride yesterday and got back. And I come back quite exhausted. And I thought, I reckon I'm losing my fitness. I wouldn't want to be climbing up that Mount Humphreys again.
What do you think about Andrew Krakouer wasn't able to get into America because of his criminal conviction, because he served time in jail? Do you think that was fair?
Probably last year, because he was still on parole. This year, he served his parole. He's demonstrated that he is a very good citizen, and I feel very disappointed for him. I'm led to believe that the answer was, it wasn't an answer. They never got back to him. So therefore he was left in limbo right up to the death.
Well, that's a bit annoying. That's
rude in the end, I think.
Because we regularly have into this country people with criminal convictions, rappers or come. There might be debate about them. Mike Tyson was I don't think he ever came here, but he was invited at one stage. The bloke who served time for rape.
Sometimes I start to think, is it eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth? Maybe we've got to look at rules from each country and say, well, okay, look, if we are not allowed, perhaps we've got to also reciprocate the other way. And I know a lot of people, there's more Americans than are Australians, certainly, but there is a phobia, if you like, about people who have got the remotest type of criminal record not being able to get into the shores of America. Now, we know that they feel under siege. There's no question about that. And when you go over there, the worst part of travelling to America, I believe, is the airports, not necessarily because they're good, bad or indifferent, simply the procedure to go through. You just seem to constantly have to be showing your passport, fingerprinting, eye identification, etc. It just seems to put a day aside, because it's quite daunting.
I wonder with somebody like Andrew Krakouer, I mean, he's going in on a training camp. He's hardly going to be up on stage getting attention around the country. He's not a risk to anything. Why wouldn't you let a bloke, and he's been, as you say, he's done his time, he's done parole, and he's part of a club. And I'm sure the club would say, we'll take responsibility.
Absolutely. Well, it's not the club taking responsibility, it's Australia taking responsibility. They've issued him a passport to go. So Australia really and we're supposed to be great friends with the Americans. I don't understand it, quite frankly. I think it's quite poor. I can totally understand if the charge has been laid and hasn't gone through the courts, or there is a parole situation. I can understand that, and that's why last year I wasn't overly surprised that he wasn't able to go. This year I thought this would be wonderful for the kid, because he went stir crazy last year. I could only imagine this year, with the boys going again, new coach and so forth, that he would be under massive pressure internally with his own demons, going, well, I need to be with those. I'm 29 years of age, 28 years of age. I'm not an 18-year-old, just recently drafted, so he'd be very disappointed.
Thank you for talking to us. Welcome to the program. Look forward to seeing you weekly.
I'm loving it. Thank you.